The coffee shop was unusually crowded that morning, the sound of clinking cups and low conversations blending into a kind of comforting chaos. But amid that rush, a young woman's trembling hands betrayed that not everyone felt at home in the noise. Her name was Lily, 22, soft-spoken, and on her third week at Brewhaven Cafe. She was learning, trying, and hoping she wouldn't make another mistake today. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. "Are you serious? How hard is it to get a simple latte right?" The sharp voice of a middle-aged man cut through the hum of the shop like glass shattering. Lily froze. The man, impeccably dressed, with a gold watch and a temper as polished as his shoes, stood across the counter, holding a cup with the lid off, pointing accusingly. I'm so sorry, sir," Lily stammered, cheeks flushing crimson. "I must have misheard. Did you want oat milk or?" "I said soy milk," he barked. "Do you even listen? Or are you just too stupid to work here?" A few customers turned. The barista at the espresso machine looked up, eyes flicking to Lily in sympathy. But no one said anything. Not yet. Lily's lips trembled as she forced a tiny nod. "I'll fix it right away, sir." The man scoffed loudly. "Forget it. I'll go to a place where they hire competent people." He shoved the cup toward her, spilling a bit of coffee onto the counter. "You should be grateful anyone even hired you." And just like that, he turned and walked out, leaving behind a silence thick enough to choke on. Lily stood there for a moment, unable to move, unable to breathe. Her manager, Rachel, came out from the back, frowning. "Lily, are you okay?" Lily nodded quickly, wiping the counter with a napkin, though her hands shook. "Yeah, it's fine. I just messed up the order." Rachel sighed softly. "You didn't deserve that, honey. Don't take it to heart." But Lily already had. Deep down, she had always heard that word, stupid, echoing from places much older than this coffee shop. Her teachers had used it when she struggled to keep up with classwork. Her mother had whispered it when Lily had forgotten chores or misplaced bills. And now, here it was again, fresh and cruel. She wanted to disappear. As she stood there, trying to collect herself, a small voice piped up from one of the tables nearby. "Miss? Are you okay?" Lily turned and saw a little boy, maybe 8 years old, with wide brown eyes and messy hair. He was sitting with a man, probably his father, who was typing on a laptop. Lily forced a smile. "I'm okay, sweetheart. Thank you." The boy frowned. "That man was mean. My dad says people like that are sad inside." His father looked up, smiling gently at Lily. "Ethan, that's actually not a bad way to put it." Then he closed his laptop, his gaze settling on her. "Rough morning?" She nodded, embarrassed. "I'll survive. It's part of the job, I guess." He shook his head. "No one should think being disrespected is part of any job." Lily's throat tightened. She didn't know how to respond. "Tell you what," the man said, glancing at the name tag on her apron. "Lily, right? We'll take 2 hot chocolates and one of those cinnamon muffins. But only if you promise to take a breather after you make them." Lily smiled faintly for the first time that morning. Deal. Over the next few days, the man and his son became regulars. They always sat in the same corner table, near the window where the sunlight poured in. Lily learned their names, Ethan and Daniel. Daniel was a single father, a software engineer who worked remotely and homeschooled his son in the afternoons. Ethan was bright, curious, and endlessly talkative. He'd tell Lily about his science experiments and how he wanted to invent something that could make his late mom visit in dreams. Sometimes Lily laughed. Sometimes she had to turn away so they wouldn't see the tears forming in her eyes. It became the best part of her day, serving them, talking to them, forgetting for a moment that she was the stupid girl who couldn't get things right. But even that fragile peace wouldn't last long. One Thursday morning, the cafe was slammed again, morning rush hour, coffee orders flying left and right. Lily was behind the register, trying to keep up. A customer snapped his fingers at her. "Miss, I said no foam." She hurried to fix it, bumping into another barista who nearly dropped a tray of croissants. "Watch it, Lily." "Sorry," she muttered. Her chest was tightening again, her breath quick and shallow. Then, as if fate wanted to test her further, she dropped an entire tray of cups. They hit the floor with a deafening crash, splattering coffee everywhere. The cafe fell silent. Rachel rushed over, eyes wide. "Lily, oh no." "I'm so sorry," Lily said, her voice trembling. "I didn't mean to." Before Rachel could reply, a familiar, arrogant voice came from behind. "Of course it's her again. The stupid girl from last week." Lily froze. It was the same customer, the man with the gold watch. He was standing there, smirking. "Guess some people never learn, huh?" A few people chuckled awkwardly. Lily wanted the floor to swallow her whole. But then, before she could move, a chair scraped loudly from the corner. Daniel stood up. His expression was calm, but his voice carried enough weight to still the entire cafe. "Excuse me," he said, walking toward the counter. "Did you just call her stupid?" The man scoffed. "What's it to you? She clearly can't do her job right." Daniel stepped closer. "That's not what I asked." "Did you call her stupid?" The man shifted uncomfortably. "Look, Because," Daniel continued, his tone like quiet thunder, "from where I'm standing, she's smarter than most people I know. Including you." The cafe went dead silent. The man's jaw tightened. "Oh, really? And how'd you figure that?" Daniel turned to Lily. "You see that?" He pointed to the register, where she had been multitasking with dozens of orders, remembering custom preferences, and managing the rush almost entirely alone. "This young woman runs half this cafe by herself. She remembers my kids' allergies without me reminding her. She memorizes regulars' orders. She handles rude people with more grace than most CEOs could muster." He looked back at the man. "That's not stupidity. That's intelligence, patience, and heart, 3 things money can't buy." A quiet murmur of agreement spread through the cafe. The man's face turned red. "You don't even know her." Daniel smiled faintly. "I don't have to know her life story to recognize dignity when I see it." The man mumbled something under his breath and walked out, the bell on the door jingling behind him. For a few seconds, no one said a word. Then, quietly, someone started clapping. Another joined in. Within moments, the cafe erupted in applause. Lily stood frozen, eyes glistening, her heart pounding in disbelief. Rachel gave her a reassuring squeeze on the shoulder. "Told you not to take it to heart," she whispered with a smile. Lily turned to Daniel, who was kneeling beside his son again. "You didn't have to do that." He looked up at her. "Maybe not. But someone needed to remind you of your worth." Ethan grinned. "Told you, Miss Lily. My dad's a superhero sometimes." Lily laughed softly, wiping her eyes. "I can see that." The story of that day spread through town faster than Lily expected. Someone had recorded the moment and uploaded it online, a clip titled "Single Dad Defends Barista from Rude Customer." By the next week, Brewhaven Cafe was busier than ever, but this time, people weren't just coming for coffee. They came for Lily. They wanted to meet the girl from the video, the one with the warm smile who had been called stupid and stood her ground by simply continuing to serve with kindness. Some left notes with their tips. "You're amazing. Keep shining. The world needs more people like you." Lily couldn't believe it. The same hands that had trembled with shame were now trembling with gratitude. But the biggest surprise came one evening when Daniel and Ethan walked in holding something. A small envelope. "For you," Daniel said. "It's from both of us." Lily opened it, and froze. It was a letter of recommendation. Daniel had written it himself. He had connections in a local business mentorship program, and he wanted to nominate her for a scholarship.